Farming rabbit does not compare well with other animal or livestock farming. Therefore, there are a lot of potential mistakes to be made by new breeders in every aspect of rabbit farming. In these 10 minutes, you are going to be learning for free what people pay thousands for trainings to learn: rabbit breeding, caging, feeding, biosecurity, and a lot more. If you are new to this channel, please hit the red subscribe button for more videos like this. The most mistake that can be made while farming rabbits is rabbit breeding. There are a lot of aspects involved in breeding rabbits and a lot of simple tricks that most new breeders likely don't know about. We asked other experienced farmers what their biggest mistake was when they started rabbit farming, and we will be sharing their wisdom with you. The first problem is not getting a quality breeding stock. In the beginning of starting a rabbit farm, so many breeders have said that they regret not buying quality rabbits when they just started their rabbit farm. Buying a quality breeding stock when starting your farm can save you many generations of problems while growing in the rabbit farming business. Good quality breeding stock will look very different depending on what you are breeding for, but finding a breeder who keeps good record to meet their goals will be beneficial to your rabbit farm. The following breeding mistake is keeping poor record and not setting goals. Recording dates is really important. This will help you know the actual date to put in the nesting box for your pregnant doe female rabbit. Information kept on a doe female rabbit will help you know if she is a good mother and can properly take care of her kids, so you know whether to force feed the kids or not. And it's also important to keep good record of your buck male rabbit to know if he did well with the previous female you used him to crossbreed. Setting goal for your rabbitry will help keep you on a path to help make your journey more efficient. The third breeding mistake is bringing a male rabbit to a female rabbit cage while breeding. Rabbits are very territorial and can become very aggressive or protecting their space. In order to avoid fighting while breeding your rabbit, you must bring the female rabbit to the male rabbit cage. The male rabbit will most likely be interested in breeding than defending its space, although there are a lot of aggressive males too. Even if your female rabbit is not protective over her cage, the male might be interested in just smelling around the new area rather than breeding. Additionally, if a young male rabbit is brought to a female cage and the female rabbit attacks him, he might be scared and never try to breed again. So to avoid most issues, it is recommended to always bring the doe female rabbit to the buck male rabbit cage for breeding. The following breeding mistake is starting with too many rabbits or too many breeds. There isn't another livestock farming that really compares to farming rabbits. It is important that you have a thorough understanding of basic rabbit care before you start having a lot of them and run out of cage space. Now moving on to the feeding mistakes that farmers make when farming rabbits. Rabbits have a sensitive digestive system and can easily have problems. Therefore, many mistakes can be made by new breeders who are not accustomed to rabbit dietary needs. The first mistake most farmers make is overfeeding, and this makes breeders become too fat and accumulate stomach fat, and this causes difficulties in giving birth. When a rabbit is too fat, the fat builds along its reproductive organs. For female rabbits, this means the fallopian tubes are restricted and it's more difficult for eggs to pass through them, which leads to smaller litter sizes. If the overweight female rabbit successfully gets pregnant, it will likely be a small litter, and the small litter will consist of larger kids because the nutrients are spread towards few individuals. Consequently, when it comes to kindling the kids, the female rabbit will have a difficult time because her birth canal is surrounding by fat and the kids are large. This can lead to death of the kids or the female rabbit or both. So it is important to keep a strict feeding routine when farming rabbits. Just make sure they are consuming the amount of nutrients they need to sustain themselves. The following feeding mistake is changing diet too fast. Rabbits have a very sensitive digestive tract. This means that drastic change in feeding can easily affect their digestive system and can cause health issues, even death. When switching pellets or feed, it is important to do it very slowly. It is also important not to introduce vegetables very quickly. The next group of mistake that rabbit farmers make is the caging sector. Without a mentor, it can be difficult for you to know how you want your rabbit cages before bringing your rabbit home. The first mistake is you not being prepared for predators. Rabbits are prey animals and their predators comes in all shapes and sizes. When setting up your cages, you should account for the predators in your area. Things like rats and snakes can fit through some cage wire mesh, while dogs can destroy the soft wire mesh and attack your rabbits. Another thing is having a wrong cage or not enough cage space. Taking time to set up the right cage will increase your advantage down the line. One rabbit cage room should be at least 2 feet by 2 feet, but for a female rabbit that gives birth, the cage can be a bit bigger. The last thing is biosecurity. Mistake that rabbit farmers make when farming rabbits. Rabbits are also animals and contact disease. Therefore, we need to have a plan to prevent illness and diseases while farming rabbits. The first biosecurity mistake is failing to quarantine new rabbits when building your rabbitry. It is important to have an area where you can quarantine new rabbits. There are a lot of disease and illness rabbits can pass to each other, so any new rabbit should be separated from existing rabbits for at least 30 days. Skipping this step can be dangerous to the rabbits. You already have a potential to cause serious illness or even death to the rabbit. The following biosecurity mistake is not having an emergency first aid kit for your rabbit. Unfortunately, raising any kind of animals often comes with them having little illness or accident. The best way to be prepared is to have some basic medications while farming rabbits. The best way to start with this preparation is to get familiar with some of the common illnesses you can know by researching online or asking fellow breeders. And also, you can still learn from our channel, which can still help you out also. You can also consider getting to a vet and asking also some few questions. Consider getting some few medications. The ones I recommend is the antibiotics, the multivitamin, and the popularly known ivermectin for the rabbits. If you want where to get these medications, you can always contact us and we can send them directly to your location anywhere in Nigeria. Conclusion: breeding, feeding, caging, and biosecurity while farming rabbits can be all problematic to new rabbit breeders. But hopefully, after watching this video, you will at least have a better idea on how to prevent some of these problems. Please consider liking this video because it takes us a lot of time, finances and energy to create one video like this. Consider liking it and subscribing to this YouTube channel so that you join the family, and anytime we post any farming idea or farming tips, YouTube is going to notify you and you're going to come and learn with us. Thank you for watching, guys. Do have a nice day and peace.